Welcome back to Half Moon's Picks, and boy, do I feel incredible. Yeah, that's all I got, sorry. Anyway, did great last week. On my betting site, I went 12, 1, and 2, not too bad. In the pools, I did 10 and 2, because I had a couple pushes. And then they update the spread. It stops at Thursday, so sometimes I wait till Saturday. And then straight up like 11 and 3. So I'll run down those stats here in a minute. One thing, if you watched my Thanksgiving Day video, I just found out tonight that Andrew Luck may or may not play. It's not up to the coach, it's not up to him, it's up to concussion protocol. So they don't know if he's going to play or not. The spread will change, so keep an eye on that. I'll probably end up taking the Colts if Luck plays, and if he doesn't, I'm definitely picking the Steelers, because who they're bringing in is Scott Tolzien. He only played a couple games, and he's 1 touchdown versus 5 interceptions. That's when he played for the Packers. Another injury you might want to keep an eye out for is that Cutler. Cutler's out, and they're bringing in rookie Matt Barkley, who's 0 touchdowns for 6 interceptions. So yeah, I definitely lean towards Tennessee on that one. Plus, they're not a good home team as well. Just a lean, still looking into it, see how things play out. A lot to talk about this week. So I know, just be quiet, bring the picks. Well, one thing I want to bring to your attention, that these are like early bird picks. So, anything can happen throughout the week. I'd bring some more picks, like on Saturday on Twitter, which you can follow there as well. So this is what I like. And like I said, I don't have a favorites when making these bets. I just play the numbers. So it's just me versus Vegas odd makers. And like, for example, last week I picked, I liked the Jacksonville Lions game. It was 6.5 for the longest time. I was like, well, I think the Lions will win by 3 or 4, but by the max at 7. So I'm like, I've just waited till Saturday, and then Saturday it pushed till 7, and then that's why I picked Jacksonville plus 7. And they did, and I got a push there at the 7. So that's why I waited, just to see where it was rolling. So that's what I usually do with this. So I pick a score, what I think is who's gonna win, and by what number. Do a max and minimum. If it falls in that range, then I'll make that selection early. So that's what these picks are. Just to let you know. In the comments as well, like I said, I usually bet every game. I do a lot of round robins, and I'm in pools as well. So I bet every game. Some I don't like, and some I do. Some are coin flip, like say, I think this team's going to win by a field goal, and the spread is 3. So I'm like, take your pick. I mean, it could happen. Usually I just pick the home team. Nothing special. But when you ask me, I'll let you know why and who I got. It's not a problem. I try to answer as much as I can. Like I said, I'm getting a lot of subscribers now, so I'm hoping to reach 1,000 by the end of the season. So if you're not subscribed, please do. And I think in the off season, maybe I'll bring up some news in the NFL or something. Just keep you interested and occupied, and maybe some funny skits and things like that as well. Like I said, another thing is I wanted to bring up is like I said, I did great last week. Doesn't mean I'm going to do great every week, but I keep what's called an average. I don't go outside the box like on 5 or 6 games and expect to win them all. A lot of people do that. How I usually bet, I'll leave some money in from the prior year, because every year I cash out. I know the bookmakers don't like me too well, but I usually save like 20, 50 bucks. Bet small at the beginning of the year, get a feel for the teams, get a feel for the numbers, and then, you know, cash out by the end of the year. So last year I cashed out with a couple thousand, just starting with 20 bucks. And that's what I do every year. This year I left 50 bucks in, I think, at the beginning of the year. I'm close to $1,000 now. So, and then one more thing is last year, like I was in the same exact spot last year. I picked 8 for 8 Thanksgiving last year. And then the whole month of December, you know, I just stunk up the place. There's a lot of injuries. A lot of teams who's already in the playoffs just don't give it their all. Other teams trying to still make the playoffs are giving twice the effort. So, you know, because they get bonuses and everything else in the sun if they make the playoffs. So a lot of wild stuff goes on. And, you know, last year they're like, "Oh, you suck. What happened, man?" You know, it's just the NFL. You cannot predict a lot of stuff. Like just like a week before last, they had, you know, of the 8 teams, I bet 25 turnovers. You know, you can't predict that. You try to do your best with the numbers and scores, but 25 turnovers on 8 teams. And the Monday night game, you know, some millionaire probably paid some guy who lives there in Mexico $1,000 to, you know, do the have a red laser beam pointed at the Oakland Raiders wide receivers. They were dropping them left and right. They found the guy in the stands with the red laser beam, you know, and then what do you know? In the fourth quarter, Oakland Raiders just started catching them, come back from behind and win the game. So, you know, you can't predict there's going to be some guy in the stands having a red laser beam. So, but you try to do your best. And so you try to stay even, try to stay steady, work your way up, and then, you know, and cash out at the end. That's my motto. That's how I work it. So, like I said, you know, if you play it that way, you'll win at the end of the year. Yeah, I have done several years prior to this year. So, you know, but this year I'm getting popular. Maybe people are catching on. So, see how that goes. So, let's see the scoreboard here for last week. I did exceptionally well. I'm still in first place on the Geo Knows ATS. Like I said, I did 10-2. I'm 88-67 record. A 5-game lead over Bridgewater's finest Geo and Andrew Warren. Like I said, they're prognosticators as well, and they are in the description below. Check them out. They're doing exceptionally well this year too. The Geo straight up, I moved up to 8th place, 11-3, 95-64. The Pick 'em or Shut Up League, I'm at 4th place now. Moved up there. Bridgewater's finest pool, I'm on 3rd place. Another straight up pool point system. I did 89 points and I have 821 total points. So like I said, I moved up to 3rd. Moving up, just slow and steady. That's how that works. Bridgewater's finest ATS. I am now in 1st place. I got over Brady's back. She was way ahead, and she took a chance last week, and I turned it around and took the lead. So she's a great prognosticator. Too bad she don't have any videos, not that I know of. Let's see, Hatbox Pick'em, I moved up to 10th place. The PSI Gridiron Gang, the money league I'm in, I'm at 1st place. Took the lead on that. I got a commanding lead. I got 22 points last week, well above everybody else, 180 total. And I see Geo Knows is on there. Oh yeah, I'm 14 points ahead of you, buddy. But it's nice to see you back in the top 3. See, and the big league I'm in, the Sports Fan Entertainment, like 400, 500 people is a lot. You know, but I'm 76th place. It's a slow crawl up to the top, and I'll get the best I can on that one. There's a lot of people in there. So let's get on with the picks. My 4th pick of the week, my upset pick of the week, is kind of tough this week, which ones I was going against, but I'm taking, and don't call me crazy, I'm taking the New York Jets. Plus 8 points, that's 2 scores. Fitzpatrick is said to be starting. Last year, Fitzpatrick played. The Jets beat the Patriots in overtime. The Patriots are on a back-to-back away road games, so they're not at their fullest right now. I know the Jets aren't the greatest team in the world, but they're built to play the Patriots. Even the 2 years prior to that, when Geno Smith was playing, they lost by 1 point, and then they won in overtime by a field goal 3 years ago. So call me nuts, give me those points, take the Jets +8. My third pick of the week, we got Atlanta -4 over Arizona. Atlanta's at home, just coming off a bye. Arizona's back-to-back road games. Again, that's tough on any team. Arizona is not a great road team. Not. That's why I picked them in Minnesota last week. They're just not a great road team. Minnesota's having their problems, but Arizona on the road's even worse. So I'm telling you, now they're back-to-back. This should be an onslaught. But, you know, I can't say that for definitely, but it's definitely a 10+ point spread. It should be. It's only at 4, so I'm taking Atlanta -4. My second pick of the week, we got Carolina traveling to Oakland. Carolina last of the division, Oakland the top of the division. Makes no sense. These numbers do not make sense. I know Oakland's a better road team, and where Carolina is a worse road team. So still Oakland does fairly well at home. Either way, you know, they're just so mediocre, but they're not as bad as Carolina on the road. Again, this spread does not make sense to me. It should be at least a 7 or 8 point spread. So I'm taking Oakland -4. And my number one pick of the week, we got Green Bay. Back-to-back road games again. Traveling to Philadelphia. Philadelphia coming off a loss in Seattle. Played them fairly well at first, but they are definitely a great home team. Not a good road team, a good home team. Carson Wentz is doing great at home, blowing out teams left and right. Green Bay, no defense whatsoever. It's like Redskins last week. They're 2 scores ahead, and it's like, you know, we're just running up the middle and just wasting clock. 65-yard touchdown, run up the middle. And like, okay, we'll just keep running up. Hey, they stopped us on 3rd down. Hey, let's just throw a bomb. 85-yard touchdown, bomb. It's like, oh, you know, every other play seemed like a touchdown for the Redskins. That's how bad the Green Bay Packers defense is right now. And now they're going back-to-back road games, and they're playing a hot Philadelphia team at home, and they got a pretty decent record as well. And it's just, the numbers just add up. You know, it started at 3, now it's at 4. Again, this should be an 8 or 9 point spread, maybe even up to a 10 point spread. I'll lay those points. Give me Philadelphia -4. All right, that's it for the week. And for our contest winner, Vaping 101, missed it by 1 yard. Oh my goodness, I knew Stafford would have a low total. That's why I picked 189 for Stafford's passing yards. He picked 279 and missed it by 1 yard. So congratulations to Vaping 101. You did a heck of a job, you know, one yard away. Man, I should be watching your guys' videos. I tell you that. I don't even know, why are you even here? Put on some videos so I can watch it, and then, you know, that's how it works. I can't beat you guys even in these contests. So, we're gonna get even tougher with these contests. All right, so we got a rookie. He's gonna be in Chicago, taking Cutler's place next week. They are at home. Matt Barkley. You know, he's going to stink up the high heaven. So how many passing yards do you think Matt Barkley's going to get in Chicago? I'm guessing 82 yards. 82 yards. Beat me this week. I'll see you next week. Peace. Atlanta has given up 4 points. It's easy.